And the beautiful thing about today's table topic session is the fact that today's meeting is themed in line with the core idea of the table topics. And hence the reason why today today with us at LEARNTOR Toastmasters, we have our table topics marathon. So it's going to be like a table topics spray. And trust me, I came prepared. I have up to 15 questions, and I'm hoping that I will get as much participants to respond to that question. And guess what? It's quite easy. The questions are very, very simple. All it requires you to do is to actually infuse the objective of Toastmasters table topic into your speeches, table topic into your speeches. Yes, that means thinking on your feet, right? So the questions are centered around thinking on your feet. So with me today, I have 15 questions, and I'd like to start with a seasoned Toastmasters. By a show of your hand, kindly indicate your interests to participate in this session. Hello.
May I nominate if they are not? Okay, somebody has raised their hand. You have Remy Adeyemi.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that courageous move. Please, I kind of like missed the introduction of the word of the day. Can someone please remind me?
Curious. To be curious. I'm so curious.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Olamide, right? I missed it.
Remy Adeyemi.
Adeyemi. Thank you so much for your Remy Adeyemi. Thank you so much for your curious mind and opening the floor. So it's over to you. I have questions 1 to 15.
Question 10, please.
Question 10. Okay. You have 2 minutes to create a new product. What is it and how does it solve a problem? So you have 2 minutes allotted to you to think about the new product. So tell us what the product is and how the product solves a problem. It's over to you, Toastmaster Yemi Aderemi.
Okay, pardon me that I won't be able to show my video. I'm not in a convenient or comfortable environment right now. May I ask, please, table topic master, are you talking about a physical product or a literal product? Could be something physical?
Products.
Toastmaster Remy.
Yes, please.
For the benefit of new members that are here, as an experienced Toastmaster, it would be nice to have someone with a video on.
Okay,
but if it's not
that means
let somebody else step in. Apologize.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Daniel, but you can take another slot for the first speaking. Daniel, are you able to share your camera?
No, ma. Good afternoon.
Okay. So let me step up. Let me be the guinea pig.
Thank
3
you.
is always my favorite number. So maybe then Toastmaster Remy can take on another one. But we need people that can share their screen because that's the experience of speaking. It's called public speaking for a reason. It means it's public. Okay.
All righty. So question number 3 for you, Mr. Messi. If you were given 2 minutes pack for it, what would you bring and why?
If I was given 2 minutes to do
Yes, to pack for a trip. I'm curious to know what would you bring and Why?
If I was given 2 minutes to pack for a trip, for instance, we're planning to go to Niger, what would I bring? Number one, I saw the diversity in our cultural attire. I saw the beautiful colors that fill the room during the District 94, now separated into District 130 and 94. One thing that I know I would bring is ensuring that I pack Nigerian colorful attire. Are you curious to know what an Akwa Ibom attire looks like? Let me take you on a journey. Akwa Ibom attire is one of the most beautiful attire that is out there because it's so colorful. Is it what you put on your head that makes it so beautiful? Is it that thing that they called it comb? Is it that on your head? The gown that is ball gown? You talk about the ball gown that they have in the West. No, you've not seen our ball gown. Colorful, glamorous. But what would have deterred me to take that with me on my journey? Luggage. Our luggage now is 23 kg. But it will be such a beautiful experience to take all the African attire, the entire regalia with me to Niger as we celebrate District 130's district conference next year in May. So if there's anything that I need to pack, given that I only have 2 minutes, it will be my Akwa Ibom traditional attire. Nothing more, nothing less, because I want to showcase where I'm from. And it is the pride of Africa. Toastmaster, table topic master, you have the floor.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Mercy, for that presentation. Your aquarium outfit must be very heavy and must be a lot for you to prioritize just that in 2 minutes. A very good one. Thank you very much. Do we have another Toastmaster who's ready or a guest?
You had Remy, Adeleke, and Daniel.
Okay, so Remy, would you like to go with question number 10 again?
Okay, that'll be fine.
All righty. I'll read the question again. Question 10. You have to create a new product in 2 minutes. Be it a physical product or a service-based product or any product of your desire. What is that product? So let us know what the product is and how does that product solve a problem?
Okay, thank you very much, Table Topic Master. The product I would like to create is something called a lie detector. Now, it could be something, I don't know how I would describe the production of it, but maybe I would go straight to the reason why I want to create such products. We live in a world where trust has been something that affects lots of people, and I can imagine living in a beautiful place where everyone have so much trust in each other, and then nobody has a reason to doubt the other person. It is going to be a beautiful world, a beautiful environment where I can talk to you and whatever you tell me is the truth. Whatever I tell you is the truth. I could beat my chest anywhere, anytime, and know that exactly what you said is what it is. I like a situation whereby everyone is plain and honest, and we can all live in peace, happiness, without having reason to distrust each other, without having reason to doubt anyone. It's going to really be a beautiful place. So I would love to create a lie detector. Thank you.
Lie. Oh, wow, that's really nice. Thank you very much for that amazing. I really love it. Okay, so we have 2 questions gone. Toastmaster Daniel.
Yes, good afternoon. Let me give it a try.
Fantastic. So we have questions 10 and 3 taken between 1 to 15. What's your pick?
Okay, I think 7 is a magic number.
Yeah, I love number 7 because I was born on the 7th day of the 6th month. It's fine. So, question number 7. Here you go, Mr. Daniel. Pardon me, are you a Toastmaster or a guest?
A guess.
Oh, fantastic. You're welcome. And I love your curiosity and your courage. If you could ask one question to a stranger to get to know them, what would it be? Toastmaster Daniel. I intending Toastmaster Daniel, what would it be?
Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for allowing me to join your meeting today. And as a guest, I must say that I'm very curious about how you get excited about Toastmasters International every single day and live it and breathe it every day. Recently, I've been meeting a lot of people and I seem to can't figure out why or how to get from being just a stranger to being my best friend because I've given up on the building relationships in a while. So, but for me, I've been trying to be more curious about what goes on in people's minds. So I take charge with the scenario, whatever scenario I meet them with. So most of the time I ask them something about their physical features, their hair, where they made their hair, or how they got their shoes, or what brand is their bag. I usually have just curious about what they like and why they chose what they wear. And most times it helps our conversation keep going. And it's really helped me in recent times because my curiosity has really led me to really understanding people and connecting with people on a very deeper level. Thank you.
Toastmaster. In fact, I am tempted to call you Toastmaster Daniel, right? Because of your use of the word of the day. I'm very sure that the grammarian is taking notes. Thank you so much for that presentation. That was really mind-blowing. Our very amiable Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Harriet.
Well, hi there. I am actually not speaking. I raised my hand to make the timer always be at the top of the screen.
Oh, okay. Thank you for pointing that. So we have Toastmaster Ayodeji Randall. Do you want to give this a go? Would you like to? It's the table topics marathon today. And somehow a lot of us would have to speak.
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Toastmaster Ayodeji.
Okay. I'm joining here with my daughter, so
Oh, okay.
all right.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Ayodeji. So we have questions. We have 3 questions taken already. Question 7,
Is there number
questions
2
3 and
available?
10. So we have quite a number of questions available, but just
Is number
3
2
out of the
available?
15. Yes, available.
Number 2.
Available. And your question is, you have 1 minute, 45 seconds to convince someone to change their mind. What would you say to them to make them change their mind quickly? I'm curious to know.
I'm curious to know myself. Lotus Masters and guests. Table topic master. if I had 1 minute for 5 seconds to ask someone to change their mind, what I would be saying is, bro, change your mind. I mean, based on the scenario, the situation, I mean, I'll be trying to understand what the person is going through. I'm putting myself in the person's shoes. I'll try and be curious of the angles or what the person is thinking about. Then from there, I'll try again to suggest things to the person, again, based from his shoes or from her shoe. After saying that, I mean, I feel like the main thing, if you had a minute to go, like if you see all these detectives that are trying to talk to suicide people, they try to put themselves in people's shoes and be empathetic. And I feel like within for 1 minute, for 5 seconds, if I could be empathetic for 80% of the time, which is about 1 minute, 20 seconds, just putting myself in the person's shoes, relating to the person, having that kind of rapport with the person, it will be easy for me to say, why don't you do this? Why don't we do this? And move to, and I'm in hope to change the person's mind. Back to you, then pick up master.
Wow, that was really beautiful. Being empathetic and putting yourself in the person's shoes. I believe that alone will be able to, draw the person and let the person open up a bit to you. And hopefully you're able to convince the person. But well done, and thank you for taking on this challenge, Toastmaster Ayodeji. And your baby, she's such a cute and calm baby. She didn't even interrupt. Okay, now, do we have anyone ready to take this challenge? It's our table topics marathon. Yay, Toastmaster Imabong. I'm very happy. Toastmaster Lauren Toby. So, but we'll go first with Toastmaster Imabong. Toastmaster Imabong. I know you love challenges. So tell me, what question would you be going for? Questions 2, 3, 7, 10 are taken already.
9.
Question 9. What would you do if you were handed a mic at a major event without any form of presentation or preparation, rather? I'm curious to know, what would you do? Toastmaster Imabong.
What would I do if I was handed a mic? So I've got the mic in front of me. Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, TM Clem, for that beautiful question. What would I do if I was handed a mic? I would welcome everyone. So welcome to you, fellow humans, to this gathering here and now, where we share a moment of self-development. We celebrate ourselves, we listen, evaluate ourselves. For it is not easy to put yourself in situations where you have to keep developing, especially when there's no price attached to it. So I congratulate you, fellow humans. Oh, here we call them Toastmasters, for coming together to build yourself, turning different metals to the refined gold that each one of you is. I am curious to know more about every one of you, but with time being so limited right now, all I can say is thank you for this moment, an opportunity to talk about myself, and welcome you once again. And to the beautiful, beautiful Table Topic Master, thank you so much for this great questions. I am so curious to know what other people will do next. Over to you, table topic master.
Wow, Toastmaster Imabong, always ready. I mean, if born ready was inhuman, that would be Toastmaster Imabong. She even had a prop in front of her. Interesting. And then we have Toastmaster Lauren Toby. Go next. Toastmaster Lauren Toby, what question would you be going for?
Question 5.
Question 5. Imagine you're a last-minute replacement at a big occasion. Say, for instance, AMVCAs. What's your topic? What would you talk about? So I'll take the question again. Imagine that you're a last-minute replacement at a very big event, something as big as the Grammy, right? What would be your topic?
Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Clementina, for the question. If I was a last-minute replacement at a big occasion to give a speech, right? What will I talk about?
Yes.
All right. So, in every situation and environment, one thing is common: the sacrifice we all make to achieve success. So I'm going to go straight to talk about success is not an accident. And I understand that in such an event, it's a very relevant topic to talk about. We understand that this event is an award event. And so everybody there that is being awarded for one thing or the other has made sacrifice to be there. So in talking about this topic, I will focus on the beginning of every successful journey. It doesn't look clear. You are confused. We all start with fear. And then the next point I'm going to talk about is how we all overcome fear, how we begin to scale from fear to fulfillment and then to success. So for every journey of success, for our work, for events, always bear in mind that you are going to start from the point of uncertainty to the point of putting in effort, overcoming your fears, and then telling your success story. And this is the story I will be talking about in any event that I'm a last-minute replacement for. Thank you.
Indeed, right? This satisfied my curiosity, I must say, talking about success. I mean, who doesn't want to be successful? Success has a lot of company, and I want to be successful. Toastmaster Olushola, I can see your handsome smile. But just before you go, do we have guests? I would love to take a guest before you, because we've had like Toastmasters speak. Toastmaster, intending Toastmasters. Please, do we have guests in here? Deborah, are you a guest?
Toastmaster Clem, please check your message
Okay.
in the Zoom chat.
All right. Toastmaster Olushola, since I'm unable to identify the guests around here, I think you have the mic. Please, over to you. What question would you be going for?
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Clementina. I'll be going for question 13 if it's still available.
Question 13.
13, if it's still available.
It's all yours. And it reads, if you could swap places with any...
Just before you go on,
Okay.
I can see attending Toastmaster Chris Okonkwo saying he's a guest. I would like to step aside and just take a pause while he takes the floor, and then I'm happy to come back immediately after him.
All right, I'm happy to have a guest speak. So, Toastmaster Chris Okonkwo, thank you. I'm curious to meet you, and I'm curious to hear you speak. What question would you be going for? But we'll like to
Okay. Sorry, I had a network, a breach of the network, so I wasn't really getting the question so far. So that was why I had to type in to make it known that I'm a guest, because today is my first time being part of the Toastmasters meeting. Thank you.
We're happy to have you on board, and we look forward to you being one of us. So we have some questions that have already been taken. The total number of questions are 1 to 15. Questions 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 are taken already. So what question would you like to go for?
2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 15. Okay, let me go with number 1.
Number 1.
Yep.
Fantastic. I like that. What's one decision you made on impulse and turned out great?
Come again, please.
What's one decision you made on impulse that turned out great?
Oh, one decision that I made that became great, right?
On
If I
impulse.
could get it correct.
On impulse.
On focus. On impulse,
Impulse.
Okay. Let me start by, first of all, thanking everyone for this great opportunity to be part of us here in Toastmaster. I'll actually use what really happened to me, an event that really took place that happened some time ago. Though it's happened on unexpected, but I was able to communicate to the audience. I was called in for a discussion, and from the topic given to me, I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, trying to see how I can be able to deliver, which I tried my possible best, because first of all, I'm going to talk about a lot of things in terms of how to achieve a greater results. Because I always say that whatever you do and there is no result at the end of it, you have not actually started. There is no result until the deed is done. There is no result until the work is done. And there is no result until the needful is done. So I was able to talk to my audience in such a manner that I was able to impact them in some greater highlights of impact and results to them. Thank you.
A round of applause for attending Toastmaster Okonkwo. Really thank you for that speech. You did amazing. So I'll take Toastmaster Olushola as my final question for today's marathon, and I really want to appreciate everyone who has participated. But Toastmaster Olushola, it's over to you. You already selected a question. Would you be going
Yes,
back?
I'll stick to that number. Thank you. Number 13.
Question number 13. If you could swap places with any historical figure for a day, who would it be and why?
Thank you, Table Topic Master. The question is, if I could switch places with an historical figure, who would it be and why? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished Toastmasters. One of the leadership figures that motivates me is a gentleman called Barack Obama. And if I could trade places with anyone, it would be former President of the United States, Barack Obama. And why would I do that? Barack Obama became the first president, the first Black American president of the United States, an office that he held for 8 years, and he did it with a lot of integrity and character. He's one of the few presidents that did not have any scandal associated with him, and he remains a key figure of the Democratic Party of the United States even up until today. If I were to switch places with someone, it would be with former President Barack Obama. Why would I do that? The way he has carried himself with a lot of grace, with integrity, and with character, putting family values first is something I truly identify with. The way he has managed the affairs of the nation. And you do know that running the biggest economy in the world is no mean feat. You can see the white hairs on his head after 8 years of carrying that burden of the office of being the first citizen of the country. But I think more importantly is how he has raised his family. The support he's received from his wife and his 2 daughters, how they have evolved and have also become exemplary figures in today's American society. That will truly be amazing to step into his shoes, especially in the command room on the day that Osama bin Laden was taken out. Ladies and gentlemen, it would have been an honor to be in that command room on that day. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Wow. Barack Obama, one of LEARNTOR Toastmasters. It's not surprising he's our president, you know? So thank you very much for that speech, Toastmaster Olushola. And that brings us to the end of the Table Topics Marathon for today. And I'd like to appreciate all the intending Toastmasters, as well as the Toastmasters who participated in this session. I really appreciate you. And it's back to you, our TMOD, Toastmaster Mercy.
Wow, 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 wow. Are you not just curious? Are you not just curious with that experience? So we don't have a prepared speech, and that's why we had a very long experience of taking table topics today. I give it up to you, and I honor you for such a brilliant work. I'd like to call on the timer for how we perform. So what I did, question number 1, are the intending Toastmaster. Question number 2, are experienced Toastmasters. So please vote for your prepared speakers. As you can see there, we had, I think, 7, intending Toastmaster 1, intending Toastmaster 2. Experienced Toastmaster as question 2. So please vote for your best speaker. Please, the timer's report before we call on the evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Mercy. Everybody was on time. Our last speaker just made it in the nick of time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I was curious if you're going to go overtime, but well done, everyone. And I'll give the full report at the end of my report, but everybody was under 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So they all qualify for the contest.
Thank you so much. Without further ado, someone that I'm sure she was shocked that I put her on full blast today, speaking on her being a transitional leader at the NLNG Toastmasters meeting today. I'd like to call on none other than Toastmaster Chidi Chukwudimadu to bring her up for the evaluation segment of today's speeches. Okay? I would like to try another tongue twisters, but I'd rather not because time I don't think is our friend particularly. Okay, so let me display our profile because I don't think she has been introduced. Just give me one
Madam Toastmaster of the Day, if I may request, can you please go ahead with the tongue twister while I put my evaluation together?
Okay.
It's not quite ready. Yeah.
Okay, I know that was
Thank
a lot
you.
of speakers, so who is ready for some tongue twisting experience again? Who is ready for some tongue twisting experience? Anybody volunteers?
I would
Let
like
me
to go,
look for
but you have
another
to have
one.
something to season our tongues with after we twist and bite it, right?
Okay, we'll do our best. You have to come for the physical meeting to get that particular request provided. Okay.
Yeah, everybody is invited to our next physical meeting, which is happening the first Saturday of the second Saturday in the month of November.
Okay, so on the request of the Toastmaster, on the evaluator, table topic evaluator, we're ready for another tongue twisters. So just 1 second. I just want to share my screen and be ready to bring her to the virtual floor. You're going to say it this time 5 times, okay? I just need 2 volunteers. Two, okay? Let's have a good time. Toastmaster Olushola, our member is actually, please let's vote. I want to close the vote. We only have 9 people, only 40%. So that I can close out the vote is on your screen. So let me share my screen very quickly for the tongue twisters. 2 volunteers, are we ready? Who is going first? Who is going first? For some tongue twisting experience. Okay? I'm sure you were thinking it's going to be the same. No. We have to keep experience, and I'm going to actually leave it on that particular slide so that it can serve as an icebreaker for our meeting. Confirm you can see my screen, please. A skunk sat on the stump. You can't be slow. Don't go and be doing slow. Okay, Tia Marriott, are you doing tongue twisters? Or you're still sleepy? Who wants to go?
I'm not good at those things.
Nobody is good at it, Tia Marriott. Okay.
I win the award of not being good, though. I will try it, though.
Okay, it's on the screen. Try it 5 times.
Oh, 5 times. Oh, my goodness. Okay, number 1. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump thunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk thunk. The stump stunk. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump thunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk thunk. The stump stunk. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump thunk. The stunk. Stunk. The skunk thunk. The stump stunk. A skunk sat on a stump. A stump thunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk thunk. The stump stunk. Last time. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump thunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk thunk. The stump stunk. Back to you.
Thank you. I thought I lost connection there. Can you still hear me, everybody? Okay.
I was very good. Since you lost connection, I was 100%. No doubt.
You were fantastic. I'm sure you were. Okay. Who is going next? DTM Chukudimadu, are you ready?
DTM Clementina said she wants to go.
Okay, please go. Then DTM, call DTM Shidi Chukudimadu for our next experience. Clem.
But Olushola had his hands up though.
Okay, then I'll take Olushola after Clem. Okay, let's go.
I would relinquish to Clem since I already had an opportunity earlier.
Okay.
I was almost happy to escape it.
Don't escape it now. Okay, let's go.
It's a good experience to have, TM Clem. Just go for it.
All right. A skunk sat on a stump. The stump stunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk stunk. The skunk stunk. A skunk sat on the stump. The skunk stung. The stump stunk. The skunk stung. The stump stunk. A skunk sat on the stump. The stump stung. The skunk stunk. The skunk tongue, the stump stunk. A stunk sat on a stump. The stunk stung the stump. Sorry, the tongue stung the stump. The stump stung the stump stunk. A stunk sat on a stump. The stump stung the stunk rather. The stunk stung the stump stunk. A stunk sat on the stump. The stunk stunk. Okay, this is my last lap. I must get it right. A stunk sat on the stump. The stump stunk, the stunk stunk. The stunk stunk, the stump stunk. I think I cried. Aww.
Well done, well done. I think I'll just leave it on our slide so it serves as an icebreaker, but thank you so much. That was fun. Okay, we have to try it, so Mr. President, in our physical meeting so that you can see people, as it's easy to do it behind the screen. Okay, Chidi, are you ready for the evaluation? Please, let's vote. Let's vote very quickly. So, Chidi, are you ready? Chidi.
Toastmaster Mercy?
Yes, okay. Are you ready? So I want to share your slides. So I introduce you.
Sure.
Okay, fantastic. Just let me quickly play your profile. Okay. I'd like to welcome to the virtual floor DTM Chidi Chukwudimadu as she evaluates the table topic segment of today's meeting. Okay. Our profile is coming up on my screen, and my screen is choosing to be slow. DTM Chukwudimadu is a seasoned Toastmaster with over a decade as a member. She has won multiple awards and served in various roles, currently serving as the financial manager for District 130. Her hobby basically is volunteering, movie, dance, and combat sport. Our quote is, people will not forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Why Toastmaster? Why not Toastmaster? Is our response. Toastmaster unlocked our voice, created our fears, and made Kaiser our greatest story. So please, you have the floor for evaluation of this table topic section.
Right. Thank you very kindly, Toastmaster Mercy. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, jolly good afternoon. I hope you are excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. I'm not hearing any feedback. Are you excited to be here?
Yeah.
Wow. I need to see the people on this because I'm not getting the feedback. Come on, people. Yeah. Are we quarreling?
Yes.
I thought we were crying. I was wondering what was going on. I wasn't getting feedback. And I love to get feedback from my people. All right. Thank you very kindly for giving me that feedback to let me know that you listened and you are here with me. Fellow Toastmasters and guys, I'm excited because the table topic segment, this was a table topics marathon. It was the marathon and the table topics master Don did fantastically well. I would like the general evaluator to give the table topic masters evaluation. Well, wow, I just feel that the table topic segment was a mix. It was stimulating, it was enthralling, it was exciting, it was interesting, and it piques my curiosity and how each respondent attacked or addressed the questions that were thrown to them. Now, I will start with Toastmaster Remy because she was the first respondent, even though she did not get the opportunity to finish her response in the first instance. But about creating a new product and what it does, something that she did that I love, I want to highlight is the fact that she asked a question. So she asked the question, threw a question back to the Table Toastmaster, which I felt was her way of eliciting more information, helping her put her thoughts together, helping her also to pick a niche on how to answer that question. Toastmaster Remy, I think that was well done. You did apologize for your video not being on. I think that was also something that you did well. So you let us know that your video would not be on while you are speaking, which for me is an information that I love to get upfront. So it would help me to do what? Engage my other senses, not just my eyes. So maybe my ears will have to now function at 200% instead of 100% if I was using both ears and eyes to listen to you. But thank you very much for putting that out there. Toastmaster Mercy. I mean, I am not surprised that you took on that challenge. You're someone who you're ready to step up and do what needs to be done. You're ready to take on the challenge. Your Table Topics is an avenue for us to do a practice that impromptu speaking. I love that you did that. And you were asked a question, if we're given 2 minutes to pack for a trip, what would you bring and why? I love that you repeated the question, which I think is a smart technique to help you put your thoughts together. And it did work well in your favor in that instance. I love how you transitioned smoothly to a personal story. Personal stories help us connect with our audience on an emotional level. And I love that quite a number of people use personal stories today. I love how you shared your experience with the District 94 conference and how you also pass on information to state that the district is now split into 94 and wanted that anyone who was not aware now has that piece of information. I was curious about your exploration of the native attires, but I love how you tied it together, letting us know about how the avalanche of cultural displays that have sought the senses of those who attended the district conference, how colorful and how beautiful it looked, the diversity that was present in the room, and how what you will pack is a cultural attire that was close to your heart, the Akwa Ibom cultural attire. You went into detail in describing that attire to the letter. If anyone was curious about what does the Akwa Ibom attire look like and why is it that that's what you pack, you quell that curiosity by just labeling everything. You listed everything and how the role it played in the complete attire, something that even prompted the Table Topics Master to say that must be one heavy attire. But Toastmaster Mercy, I loved how you navigated that. And I love how you brought your response to a close. You closed the loop on that. If I would recommend anything, it is how I felt like your story was fascinating, but I also thought that it would be nice, because when you started, I started out saying one thing I will pack, and then you left us at one. I felt it would have been nice. So, all right, the most important thing I would pack is tell us that there are other things that you would have packed, but this is most important of them. But overall, that was a very gracefully delivered speech, and I love that you had your video on so we could enjoy the sights and the sounds of your presentation. Thank you, Toastmaster Mercy. Now, Daniel, I love that you use the word of the day. You're curious about how people dress, why they wear what they wear. You mentioned the shoes, the attire, which is what creates an opening for you to engage these people. I love the fact that you confidently ask a question. The use of the word of the day, sometimes it's not something that you see a lot of intended Toastmasters use. I think you're an intended Toastmaster, and it's not something that is readily used because Table Topics is impromptu speaking. And then having to insert a word that you just heard in the meeting, I think that was well done. I mean, your video was not on, but despite that, I love the sound of your voice. I feel like I can just listen to your voice because you spoke in a manner that would connect to people. I felt that you connected to me. I could connect to you. I could understand what you're saying. And it was a pointer on how to create an opening, to open a conversation and get to know people better. Because sometimes people dress how they feel. So if you're able to engage people based on their dressing, ask them why they're wearing what they're wearing, perhaps you'll be able to know how to engage them, what to say, what not to say. I think that was well done. My recommendation is just endeavor to have your video on. You'll be good to see you and be able to look at like your facial expression, your gestures, and tie it all together to the words that were here. Speaks to us more than the verbals, right? But thank you for
Like we lost Toastmaster Chidi on the call.
I actually thought it was from my end. I had a similar experience.
Oh. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, apologies. Network has done its thing again, and let's see how we can quickly recover from this network glitch.
Thank you. And if you please see the form beside the chat box, if you're a new guest, can you kindly complete that form for us so we can follow up with you? We appreciate you and welcome you. And please stay behind for us to chat after. Thank you.
Right, am I audible now? Pardon me, my device just died on me and I had to change my device. Awesome. All right, thank you very kindly for your patience and your understanding. And I was saying to Mr. Daniel, I mean, in future, just it will be beneficial for you to turn on your video so that we can enjoy the sights and sounds of your delivery, right? Moving on, Toastmaster Deji. Toastmaster Deji, I loved how you rephrased the question effectively. You did not ask a question, rather you rephrased it, giving you time to think, because I could literally see the knots moving in your brain, your head, while you were rephrasing that question, right? If I have 1 minute, 45 seconds. And I loved how you were able to put your thoughts across by leaving us with 2 points. The fact that you would put yourself in the shoes of that person by being empathetic. You did give us some figures, so saying you're going to be empathetic 80% of the time. I think that was a way to help us visualize, sort of just put some, not just put figures, but to be able to just break that timing down to say, are you talking to put yourself in the shoes of the person? It's just that you're probably going to be asking some open-ended questions to understand that person better, asking questions or saying things to make the person feel comfortable. And when people see you as someone who's empathetic, the chances are that they want to open up to you. So thank you for also just demonstrating to us that a curious mind is not a bad thing. A curious mind is one that seeks to understand. You want to understand different perspectives before you make a decision. So putting yourself in the shoes of people and asking questions to get to understand them will help you do what interacts with them a bit more better. Now, for recommendation, Toastmaster Deji, at some point I felt that your eyes were just darting about up. I understand the fact that you're holding your phone, you're having your little baby, and so that way you're basically multitasking, which is not something that a lot of guys can do. Well done. Kudos for that, first of all, that you are able to multitask in that time, and you're also able to, respond to that table topics question and make sense in your response. My recommendation is to just make sure that your eyes are on the camera. If you want to look out, sometimes it's tempting, you want to look at the videos that are in front of your screen, but sometimes also just make sure that at least 60-70% of the time your eyes are going back to the camera, because it's a virtual setting. Once you're looking at the camera, your audience is going to feel like you're looking at them. They'll be able to catch your eye. Also, I think because of your positioning, you were holding your phone, so your video was not stable. At some point, it was dancing. It's just make sure that you have your video on a stable, on a flat surface, or you're not holding it so that it stays stable and we can just enjoy the entirety of your presentation. Overall, Toastmaster DJ, I do think that you did very well in presenting that empathetic font and the curious approach that you would use in engaging people if you have such a short time to connect with them and convince them to change their minds about something. Well done, Toastmaster DJ. And it was good to see you and see your baby. It's been such a long time that I heard you speak. Toastmaster Imabong. Toastmaster Imabong, you repeated the question, which is fantastic. Like I said, a lot of people, like, we're all becoming fantastic table topic speakers by repeating the question or paraphrasing or just doing things to help us buy time. Toastmaster Imabong, you repeated the question, but you did something that no other person did today. You embodied personification, like you owned that image that had been presented to you to say, this is who you are. What will you do? You did not tell us what you will do, rather you did it. And we went with you through that journey. I think that is one fantastic way of responding to that table topics question. I love that you had a good, I mean, your smile is always there, always radiant, always, it set a positive tone for your response. If anybody was in a bad mood and they just had to listen to you speak, the smile on your face, which you have again right now, is something to just quell that pain and the hurt in the heart. And you started out in a way that definitely will make everyone curious. Like, okay, what is she doing? How is she going to tie this to the question that has been presented to her? But you owned it and you displayed a confidence that shows a willingness to not just take the stage, but to explore every curious avenues in a way to present your response. I love how you took on that willingness to embrace spontaneous challenges, which is what your question really was about, okay? And you use the word of the day in your speech. Now, if I would recommend anything, it would perhaps be in, there's a way that I felt that the word of the day could have been used, like saying something about, I mean, you'd be curious to know your audience's expectation and how to use that to guide your impromptu speech. But the way you responded, it was as though you assumed you knew what your audience wanted. And sometimes those kind of assumptions are things that we shouldn't know, because for you, it was a challenge that was presented to you without prior information. So there was no way you could have known your audience or know what they wanted. But in that position, just maybe asking some open-ended questions or rhetorical questions, or just posing something to the audience to get feedback, but would have positioned you in a way to address them. But overall, I loved how you took on that challenge. I love the humor you brought in, you know, your fellow humans. Here we call them Toastmasters. That just brought a smile to my face. Overall, your confident presence, you had a warm smile. I mean, those made it easy for the audience to definitely feel curious and engaged with your speech. Anyone who was wondering how you would have tied it at the end definitely understood clearly what you did and why you went that way. So kudos and well done, Toastmaster Imabong, and thank you for speaking today. Another last-minute replacement, Toastmaster Olorutobi. Are you sure you did not get an expo to this question? Just tell me. Are you sure? Because it doesn't strike me like this question, I mean, it was like you were prepared for it. Maybe you've been practicing and preparing. I'm sure Toastmaster, she's going to ask me this question. Toastmaster Clementina, she's going to ask me this question. Because the way you address the question, I mean, first of all, it was your last-minute replacement at a big occasion. They say, for example, AMVCA. And you just went straight to your decision to do what? To speak about success. I do not think, I mean, that's not the kind of topic that naturally would have just come to anybody's mind, right? But I love the fact that you went that route and you were not just superficial about the topic. Something else that you did that I love was the fact that you thanked the Toastmaster of the Table Topics Master of the Day. I don't know if any other person did that, but I heard you clearly thank the Table Topics Master before telling us that you're going to speak about success. and you broke it down. You did not just say success, say, oh, everybody here, you know, for you to be here, you have to be successful. You told us why, and you broke it into 3 aspects of how you will tackle it. You also said something that I know will connect to your audience if this was an AMVCA. I mean, you imagine it, and let's assume we're all there. The fact that everybody there certainly had made some sacrifices. Everybody who's winning, who's successful, has certainly made some sacrifices to be at the point where they are. And you broke it down into 3 things. The first part, when you're starting out on a journey and you're definitely going to be successful, you're going to be confused. That first part is going to be confusing. And then you went to how to talk to them about how to overcome the fear, overcome the confusion, how to scale their fear. And then the final part, which is the successful part, and to us say, don't let the success get to your head. Know that even while you're here, you've gone through a journey to get to this point. So just keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. You're at the point of that pinnacle of success, but do not lose sight of where you started, your point of uncertainty to where you are right now. I thank you for basically outlining those, because it's not just for that setting. This is also food for thought for us that are here. The fact that when you're starting out the journey, are you new to Toastmasters? Are you thinking about joining Toastmasters? Are you an experienced Toastmaster? At every point of the journey, there's definitely that level of uncertainty when you want to take on a new task, you want to take a new step. Well, should I start this new path? Should I take on this leadership role? You broke it down and you helped just, just dispel any kind of fear, any kind of concern, but rather you created some sort of curiosity in us to say, look, I want to know if I do this, is it going to play out this way? So thank you very much. Going straight to the point, thanking the Toastmaster of the day, outlining your points in a way that makes sense, and then I feel like you close with a bang. If I have to recommend anything to you, Toastmaster Olorotobi, it's to recommend that you use transitional verbs. So instead of doing so, like you did, you go like therefore, henceforth, just find a transitional verb that fits into your speech so that it just helps you reduce the usage of the so. Overall, fantastic delivery. I love the fact that you spoke with a level of calmness that let us know that you actually know what you're talking about and that you're actually speaking from your heart. So well done, and thank you for sharing these thoughts with us. Now we move. Toastmaster Olushola, you speak with a certain level of panache and calmness that I feel has to be studied in Harvard. I don't know if it's, I definitely know it's not because you're president, because even before you became president, I've heard you speak and you've spoken in that manner. First off, when it was your turn, you eased up. I said, oh, I want Toastmaster Chris. I want intending Toastmaster Chris to go and speak. Then you came back and you actually spoke. Now, I am not overlooking intending Toastmaster Chris. I'm going to come to you. I absolutely love your speech. But Toastmaster Olushola, I love the fact that when you're asked if you could swap places with any historical figure for a day, who would you be? You, as usual, you repeated a question. And I think that gave you time to like gather your thought. And you chose someone who is a symbol of excellence, Barack Obama, right? You went and told us that there's someone who inspires you, and this person is Barack Obama. And you went on to explain to us why. You did not just tell us, oh, it's because he's this or he's that. You gave points, how he led, I mean, he performed as a president of a country, how he is an orator, how he leads his family with the support of his wife. I mean, you went professional, you went to his leadership, you went personal, you even infused humor by telling us how difficult it must have been for him to be president. We're referring to the gray hair on his hair after 8 years. That just it made me chuckle. Like, all right, I'm curious to know why when people become presidents, give them 4 years, 5 years, I begin to see gray hair. Why? And then Toastmaster Olushola, you brought it here. And you just created that curious, you activated the curious nerve in me to begin to think about this again. Like, why? Why? Is it something that has to do with them being presidents? Or does it just happen to say, if you don't have gray hair, it means you're not working? You're not doing anything. But I love the fact that you found a way to infuse that humor. I love that you told us who Barack Obama was. I love that you were able to explain your admiration for his leadership qualities, the challenges that he went through as a person and as a leader. You did that. And you were able to keep, I felt like you were able to keep the audience engaged because you got me engaged. Right? Now, I would have loved, this is as per recommendation, I would have loved for you to tie one part of Barack that would, how do I put it? I would have loved for you to tie a part of Barack that inspires you to yourself. Maybe him, so you are also leading a team. He was the president of a country. He's leading his family with the support of his wife. You're leading your family with the support of your wife. It would have been nice to just feel that connection between you and him. It's against just him being somebody that inspires you. Yes, we know he inspires you, you've told us, but what have you been able to pick from him to apply to yourself? That you say, because Barack has done this and that, I'm also following in this step because he's somebody that inspires me and this is how it's working out for me. But overall, I love the fact that you're able to connect with us. You did not just dash out to Barack. You told us who he was. You were able to, I think it was well-rounded. It did full circle and you closed the loop on that, your speech, because you brought it back to let us know this is who I will swap with, and this is why. So you sort of repeated the question at the end, but not as a question, but as a closing remark on why Barack was your choice. So well done, and kudos to you, Mr. President. Now, intending Toastmaster Chris, when the Table Topics Master was looking for intending members or guests to take on the challenge, I love the fact that you owned it. You did not just shy away to say, oh, my video is not on. No, I'm not going to speak. Nobody's going to know whether I'm a guest or not. But you showed up and you said, look, I am a guest and I am happy to participate. I love the fact that you took on that challenge and you spoke. I love the fact that you're able to share a decision that you made on an impulse. I would have loved to hear, yay, participating in this Table Topics is a decision I made on an impulse. I didn't think about it so well. I'm here right now, but I'm going to take the challenge. But I love that you owned it. I love that you spoke. Although your video was off, I was not able to see you. I wasn't able to see the look on your face, but I heard your voice and I could detect some modulations in your voice. I would encourage you to join Toastmasters because it would help you to improve better on the skills that you already have, just help you enhance them, help you do better on them, and help you grow. Overall, it was a fantastic Table Topic segment. The questions were all questions that will pique curiosity, make us think, and the respondents delivered in a way that was nothing short of enthralling. Thank you very kindly, and back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow, I expected it was going to be a long evaluation because it was a long Table Topic session. Thank you so much, DTM Chidi Chupidi Madu. I'd like to call on the general evaluator. Are you ready for your role? Imabon.
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to call on the general evaluator to evaluate today's meeting and call on the other role players for their reports. Please, let's make it short. We're still within time, and I know we can do this. Thank you.
Thank you. Curious minds of Toastmasters. Well done. Now we've gotten to the end of the segment, which is the general evaluation segment. I'm going to call back the people that TM Mercy introduced earlier. I'm starting with the grammarian. So the grammarian, can you come in? TM Chika, with your lovely self, come give your report, please. How did we do? I'm curious to find out who won this one.
Good evening once again, everyone. Good evening. Please confirm that you can. Yes, I'm actually curious to announce my report for today's meeting, and I hope you're curious too. to hear the report. Thank you so much. Okay, please, before I announce the report, I would like all of us to give ourselves a round of applause. Please, let's unmute for proper use of the word for today's meeting. Please, let's all unmute, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. In fact, today's meeting was an interesting one. I was very curious to listen to everyone who spoke throughout the meeting, and I was trying to observe wrong use of English language. Someone's background is noisy. Can we all?
Thank you. Please continue, Tianchika.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I would just like to dive into the main points of today's meeting. Well, someone made use of, I will try and be curious. So I feel like it should be, I will try to be curious, not I will try and be curious. And another person said, I will actually use, I didn't get the full sentence, but to correct that, I believe it could be, I will try to stay curious. Like when you're trying to use it in an appropriate sentence, I feel like the person was trying to make use of the word of today. And another point I picked was, okay, someone said, the network has done its thing again. I feel like the right sentence, yes, I feel like it should be, the network is down again. Or you could say, the network is acting up again. Something like that could be more appropriate. So moving on, I was actually going through the comment section when everyone was speaking, because today it was quite difficult to observe wrong use of English, and I noticed that some persons in the comment section were actually trying to use the word of the day, and some comments that I picked, which are actually like, someone said, I am curious, why did you choose the president to go last? And that was so, at some point I was already laughing, and I was like, another person said, these table topic questions and answers are building wonderful, curious imaginations in my mind. I don't know how all of you feel right now listening to that. And that was it. So I still want to give all of you a round of applause for making use of the word of the day, because we all use this like so much in today's meeting. Please, a round of applause again for yourselves. Thank you so much. So for number of times that the word of the day was used, I think we all use this appropriately, but Toastmaster Mercy made use of the word of the day 11 times in today's meeting. She kept using it. I think I actually lost track of how many times she used it, but the ones I could count, she used this more often, including Toastmaster. The evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Chidi. It was almost a tie in today's meeting. Then I also want to appreciate guest Daniel. He actually did very well. In fact, if he was given more opportunity to speak in today's meeting, I am very sure he will use the word of the day more. Thank you so much. And that will be my report for today's meeting. I hope we're all curious about the report.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful report.
Yeah, thank you. Back to you, the general evaluator. Thank
you so much for that. Thank you. You gave so much detail there, and I love how you brought different conversations into this as well. Okay, because of time, let's move forward and call the accounter. So the accounter, that is TME Kioma. Please, the report. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk again. At the beginning of the meeting, I said that I'm sure we're all surprised as to how many people will not fall prey to the use of these filler sounds and words. Incidentally, about 30% of the people who spoke used it. So I had Tem Chika, she used it twice. Then Tem Clementina twice. Tem Remy twice. Intending Toastmaster Daniel used it thrice. Tem Olorutobi 3 times. And intending Toastmaster Chris used it 10 times. So I have some ideas, some tips for those of us who are still struggling with it. When you are preparing, oh, sorry, no, not that one. Yeah. So when you are making your speech, you can pause intentionally to get back in the mode so that you're not falling back to using those words that we should avoid. So when you take a moment to think, it gives you time to gather your thoughts, and it adds some element of surprise and emphasizes your message. If you use traditional words, there are traditional words you can use to replace these counter words. So if you use traditional words, so instead of saying or, you can use words like next, also, or another surprising point. That helps you smoothly transition between thoughts. Then slowing down. Now, when you slow down, you have time to think before speaking. And the urge to fill in those gaps with unnecessary words and surprising your audience with a more thoughtful delivery. Thank you very much. And I hope this words will be useful to some of us.
Thank you so much, Inoha, for that wonderful report of the encounter. Your tips are very important. Next, pause and slow down. Very wonderful things to learn here. Now we have the timer, the one who has been curious to know if we would finish on time. DTM Harriet, the floor is yours. What is our report?
All right. So thank you, everyone. I have put the timing for everybody to see online to save time because I'm mindful of our time because we are already behind. So if you'd like to check on the comments, you will see your time as you spoke. Back to you, GE Imapong.
Thank you so much, DTM Harriet. She made that quick. Okay, now this is my time to give my report. What can I say? Let me leave it to these 3 points. Thinking on your feet is not as easy as we think it is. And this place, a platform like Toastmasters, allows us to practice these skills. So thank you everyone who's come together to make this meeting possible. Thank you for the impromptu speakers. The evaluation has given us such detailed feedback and areas of work we can go away to improve on. To the role players, I thank you for your detailed description of your role. And now, finally, to the impromptu people, the people who played multiple roles, the ones who wore multiple hats, the TMOD, the Zoom Master, we thank you, TM Mercy. For everyone, I thank you for coming together, for giving this meeting a go. So what are the 3 points? We came together, worked together to think on our feet. We actually spoke, giving feedback and evaluation, and we are leaving here with curious minds and how we can impute these feedbacks into our day-to-day activities. That's it from me. Over to you, the President, Tim Olushola, for your general evaluation. Thank you. Close of the meeting. That's it from me. Bye. Over to you, Tim Olushola. Tim Olushola, can you hear me? There we go. Fantastic.
Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you. There was a bit of crack, so I didn't hear you the first time, but thank you for rehashing that. Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being participants at today's meeting. I especially want to thank and honor our guests at today's meeting. Thank you for joining us. I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two about thinking on your feet. A big thank you to all our role players. who actually graced us with their service, and for the award-winning multiple arts role-playing ones amongst us, a big thank you for stepping up to fill in some of those gaps that we had prior to this meeting. For me, it's been a really exciting meeting. At Toastmasters, we learn by doing, and we've had an opportunity to learn how to think on our feet by simply participating in thinking on our feet. It's just as simple as that. Learn a little, do a little, learn a little, do a little, and we continue to get better. I would like to invite each and every one of us, both Toastmaster members as well as intending guests, to our next meeting, which is coming up on Sunday, October the 20th at exactly 3 p.m. It is going to be a virtual meeting, and we will be sharing those slides, or rather those flyers, in order to get you to be aware of the details of the meeting. Please plan to be there. It's going to be another exciting session. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself today, and I hope you have as well. On that note, I would like to please encourage you, finally, if you are an intended member, kindly fill in that link that was dropped in the chat room. But I would like to say I have had so much fun while learning to think on my feet today. I hope the same applies to you. And on that note, it is indeed a pleasure and an honor to have had you, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday at our next virtual meeting.
Let me announce the winner for the table topic.
Oh my!
I should have come on before you come on, but it's okay. Our intending Toastmaster winner for today's topic is intending Toastmaster Daniel. And the winner for the Experienced Toastmaster speech is Toastmaster Olushola Olakomi. That's the president. Please, let's give it up to him. I want to ask, normally, yay, for new members, please wait behind so we can have a chit chat with you. And before we go, we want to call on interested role players for our next meeting. If you're interested in playing a role for our next meeting, we need to fill up some role: accounting, listening evaluator, table topic master, table topic evaluator, general evaluator, and Toastmaster of the day, even timer. So in 1 minute, who is interested in taking up a role for the next meeting and you are appreciated? Okay, DTM Chidi, please, can we note that? Education, VP, education. Okay, they are not here. Toastmaster Clem, please, can you take note to share with her, please? DTM Chidi for table topic master. We need more role players. Who is interested? TMOD, general evaluator, listening evaluator, DTM, Toastmaster Olushola, listening evaluator. Anyone?
Do you have any speakers for next week?
Hopefully we should have speakers. I think I will move in. Toastmaster Oloruntobi, what role? DTM Chidi, we should have, DTM.
Listening evaluator.
Okay, listening evaluator. Please replace the Toastmaster Olushola. What other role? Toastmaster Deji Randall, would you like to play a role? Toastmaster Temitope Abaranti, would you like to play a role? Toastmaster Namdi, Toastmaster Chris? It's okay to try. You'll be coached on what to do. Who is interested in playing a role? I don't want to take this meeting beyond 3:10. For next meeting, it's on Sunday. What date again, DTM Toastmaster Olushola, Mr. President?
October 20th.
October 20th. October 20th is our next meeting and it's virtual. Yes? Okay, you're raising your hand, Toastmaster, intending Toastmaster Namdi. What role? Well, we'll have to coach you. What role?
I would let you decide, but I'm here for it.
Okay, you can play the timer. Please, Toastmaster Clem, inform. Make sure you drop your number so that we can coach you on what to do. Are you in intending members WhatsApp group?
Yes.
Okay, so please just put there, I'm interested in playing a role so I can tag you with the Vice President Education so that they can coach you on what to do. So please put timer for Toastmaster, intending Toastmaster Nnamdi. Who else is playing a role? Who else is playing a role for next meeting? Any role players?
What roles are left?
Sorry?
What roles are left?
What roles? You can play TMOD or General Evaluator, Toastmaster Rando.
No way.
Huh?
No way, not now. Next meeting.
You can ease yourself into it. What about grammarian?
Okay, play a smaller role now. Which other role?
I could be the Toastmaster of the day, the next meeting, next for the 20th. I just take a small role, maybe account or something.
Tomorrow on the 20th. Toastmaster
Yeah,
of
the meeting after this meeting, I could take TMOD. But this one maybe account or
Okay, so
grammarian.
that's it. Toastmaster Rando, accountant Toastmaster Rando.
Excellent.
Okay, please, Toastmaster Clem, which other role are we here to fill? We need table topic evaluator. Table topic evaluator. Table topic evaluator.
I can see Toastmaster Lauren to be stand up. Or
She has already said listening evaluator, so you are stepping down from that role. So I'll play general evaluator next meeting. Okay, for the 20th. I think it's just TMOD that we need. DTM Harriet, no, I think I honor you because of the time. I think you and Deji Randall, your timing, I know it's not very convenient and we appreciate it. Toastmaster Olushola, please follow up with Toastmaster Randall. He's a member of our club so that he can pay his membership due.
Okay,
we need it for our DCP. We need it for our DCP. Okay, on the final notes, to the new member intending Toastmaster, would you like to share 1 minute your experience in today's meeting? And we finally call the meeting off. Okay, I think I'll let Mr. President end the meeting, then we can have a chit chat. So I think we have filled up most of the role. It's just grammarian. Who is playing grammarian? We do have grammarian. We have timer. We have table topic master. We need table topic evaluator. Okay, so Shala is playing grammarian. I think we filled all the role. Okay, we need Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day. Okay, now that we know all our members, please drop your picture in the group so that we can create a flyer and be able to post it on our social handle for all your roles.
I didn't get the grammarian.
Okay, any intending Toastmaster interested in playing any role? We have.
I didn't get the name of the grammarian.
Accounting is Quizmaster. We have timer. We have. We're going to get it. We need a listening evaluator, table topic evaluator.
I'm sorry, I didn't get the name of the grammarian. Who's the grammarian?
I volunteered. Tell Clem, I did.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to appreciate you. We didn't start on time. I know we are within time, but we are just gone over 12 minutes because we are asking for role playing and we have to announce the winner for today's speech. Thank you so much for the privilege to attend. I've challenged the president. Can I ask everyone, would you like to have a picnic meeting where we just sit down and just have a very fantastic time?
Yes.
Okay. Woo! What are the people that are saying yes, 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 yes? Let me hear you. Let me hear you. I'm saying to the I'm challenging Mr. President that we should plan to have a physical meeting that is not in the venue, but on a virtual ground. On maybe at Lagos State Park, okay? Just to have a picnic. Meeting must not be structured in an environment. We need to have a good time.
Chicken and chips.
And yeah, we don't have
Mercy, maybe we need to take that out. I think the suggestion is well noted.
Well noted. Thank you. It's a challenge, Mr. President.
And I acknowledge it's not an ambush, but let's take it out.
You're in the spirit. 1 second. Okay, thank you. Over to you, Mr. President. Call the meeting to order and have a chat. May Vivian please engage with the new members and talk to them. Thank you. Thank you for the privilege of serving.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We're well over time, and I already gave my closing remarks as well as an invitation to our next meeting. And a big thank you to everyone that has offered to play a role on that day. We do look forward to a whole lot of us attending, and as well as inviting others. If you've had a great experience, one of my other favorite quotes is, "Your candle loses nothing, lighting another man's candle." So if you have enjoyed yourself at today's meeting, if you have had fun learning, why not extend this to someone who probably is struggling with their own communication development or their leadership development and want to get better? Don't keep this to yourself. Extend it to somebody else as well, right? So we do look forward to you inviting someone. At the peak of this meeting, we had about 23, 24 people. Right now, we're just 18, but it tells me we had a great attendance. And I will be looking forward to even a bigger number of attendees at our next meeting. So on that note, it is with great honor that I would love to bring this meeting to a close. Anybody moving for the motion to close the meeting? And who is seconding?
I, Toastmaster Clementina, I move the motion to adjourn this meeting to the Sunday, 20th October, 2024.
Thank you for that. Who is seconding?
I, Imabong F4, second to move the motion of the meeting to the 20th of October, 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. And on that note, the meeting is hereby adjourned until Sunday, October the 20th at 3 p.m. Thank you, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everyone. So please do stay behind. Thank you, Daniel. Please, Daniel, have you gone? He's gone. Okay. Chris, Namdi. Hello, Chika. Thank you for playing your grammarian role. That was great. Well done. Thank you, Tim Mercy, for playing multiple roles. Thank you, Akanta Ioma.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was so great. I learned
Thank
so
you
much.
so
Here
much.
is such a beautiful word to use.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Ayor Deji Randall, it's good to have you back, your beautiful babe. How are you? Hello, Deborah Adeni. How are you? Thank you, Tim Temitope. Okay, so for most of you who do know, I think the guests have actually left. So as you know, Toastmaster is a platform where you come to learn